So when a child is missing a parent, the nervous system is trying to search for what they're missing for. And 9 out of 10 times, if it is not healed or worked on, they're going to try to find that in all of the wrong places. So for instance, if the female is missing her father, her nervous system is seeking that protection, that masculine energy. If the boy is missing his mother or has a mother that's emotionally unavailable, his nervous system is seeking that feminine, nurturing, loving connection. So with that being said, our children will mirror the wounds that we need to fix within ourselves, right? So let me use myself as an example. My daughter's father is not in her life, and her nervous system automatically pushed her brothers into that role. And even though logically we know that her brothers are not her father, her body doesn't. So I'm also the type of parent that did not experience the best sibling connections. So when it came to my own kids, I always made a point to do the opposite, you know? I always made sure they had a healthy connection. I always made sure they were there and stuff for each other. So me doing that on top of what her nervous system did recently is the reason why her abandonment wound, her validation wound was triggered. And it was triggered because my second son is currently leaving for college in like 3 to 4 months, right? And I noticed that my daughter's behavior started to change. And her behavior started to change because she started to develop people-pleasing skills, because now that she knows that her brother is getting ready to leave, she was starting to be like, she was in fear. She was worried. And she would sacrifice her happiness, her wants and needs to make her brother happy. Like for an example, say if it's one slice of pizza left, right? Her brother would be like, let me get it. Nyla before, my daughter before, she'll be like, hell no, you're not getting this pizza. But I realized recently she's not putting up a fight anymore. She's allowing him to eat that last slice of course my daughter will call me in the middle of this video. But anyway, I realized that she would start giving him stuff that I knew she really wanted, because that was her way of trying to show him, like, don't leave me. I care for you. I love you. Because once again, he was activating that abandonment wound because of the fact that she never got that safety and that protection that she deserved and needed from her father. And I'm grateful for this experience, because with me being aware and paying attention, I'm able to catch it. And this is why I say our kids are here to teach us a lesson, because when I was developing those skills and those traits as a child, I didn't have anyone to come help me heal or communicate with me about it. But I'm able to do that for my daughter to stop the generational curse within our family. So how you can fix this? Communicate with your kids. I created a safe place for my kids to be able to have a conversation with me regardless of how I may feel, because I did not want my kids to go to someone else and have to talk to them. Even if it's things that might hurt me, I've always created a safe place. And I had that conversation with my daughter, and she basically told me how she felt like they were leaving her because they were going off to college. And I had to explain to her that they are not leaving you. I had to explain to her that they are now older and they are now going to go live their life and experience life on their own. But that doesn't mean they're not connected to you. That doesn't mean that they do not love you. Another thing that you can do to help your daughter or your child is make sure that you're helping them create an identity for themselves. So she's in Girl Scouts, she does sports. You know what I mean? Also, I've also explained to her brothers what was going on and how constant communication. So when you guys leave off to go to college, even if you send a text, a video chat, or do a FaceTime, make sure you're still checking up on her. I'm working on her and teaching her how to regulate her nervous system. I'm also explaining to her that her safety is not connected to if her brothers or her father is in her life. She is safe without having a connection with a masculine energy. So it's important for us to teach our children how to regulate their emotions, that their worth is not tied to the absent parent. That's something that they have to deal with. It has nothing to do with them. Help them form an identity and learn who they truly are. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I'm able to recognize that and fix it. And not only am I grateful for that, I am still on my healing journey where I am constantly attracting emotionally available men. And me understanding how the root was caused by seeing it within my daughter is helping me understand it more, so that when it comes to me maintaining my boundaries and my standards, when it comes to romantic partners and when it comes to friendships, it's easier for me to understand and process and to stand 10 toes down.